The Pelicans getting off the bus and heading into the building. To a man, they look intent on producing a win on the road. Thanks for joining us in honoring Martin Luther King Day. It's a very special presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. Joined by Grant Hill, Steve Smith, and Allie LaForce, I'm Brian Anderson. A look at the Pelicans starting group. Anthony Edwards out there with Russell Westbrook. Then it's Lauri Markkanen. Then it's Jackson. And it's Holmgren in at the four-man position. And for the Celtics, we've got George. Goga Bitadze is out there with Davis. Then it's Mikal Bridges. And it's Nembhard in at the point guard position. This is the back end of this back-to-back, Smitty. What was that like playing in these games?
Difficult, BA. Playing in NBA games takes so much energy. You usually use a day to recover, recharge. So you got to dig deep tonight.
Outside Davis. George against Markkanen. Oh, and Jackson with the defensive effort. And here's Westbrook. Pass to Markkanen. Launches a three. The rebound, Celtics.
Gotta be careful how you guard Davis. Given his size, he uses it to absorb contact.
And for the Celtics, Grant, when it comes to something like rebounding, it's a total team effort.
Well, it's part of their personnel strategy, BA. Get wings and guards that have length and toughness, which allows them to control the glass and switch just about everything defensively.
Both free throws good from Davis.
Because he knows he makes a living at the line, he invites contact and sometimes even initiates it.
Pass to Holmgren. Now here's Westbrook. 6 to shoot. The rebound by Bridges. And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for Boston. Their first chance this season playing the Pelicans.
And last year's games were interesting to watch, considering that each team came out with a win against the other.
This is going to be a fun first game between these two squads. Buckle up.
Now here's Edwards. He's a tough guy to check, averaging almost 28 points a game. And the whistle on the shot. Got some contact there. Misses the shot, but he'll shoot two.
Jaren Jackson, I think about his mobility on the defensive end. He can dart out to the perimeter shooters and recover to the paint better than most guys his size.
And that one falls for Jackson. That one falls, so he hits both of them. And here's Boston. They want to keep rolling here, following the win against Brooklyn.
You have to credit the game plan going in, especially at the offensive end, where they were just so relentless.
They knew that the arena would be rocking. And if they could execute well on the offensive end, they knew they could quiet down this hostile crowd.
Davis, the pass to Nembhard. Bridges with it. Pass to Nembhard. Out to the wing. George feels it out a bit. Sinks it. What range from downtown.
An absolute marksman from three-point land. Paul George can drain these in bunches.
And Edwards slams it in.
Oh, my. Edwards looking to demoralize the defense a little with that one.
Ooh, a great look there. Brought to you by the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. And the Celtics call time here.
Let's give Coach credit. He's trying to find a way to squeeze the most out of every possession.
Critical part of the game. You have to be flexible. You have to be able to adjust what you're doing.
Now a moment to take a look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it's been trending for Russell Westbrook.
And when you look at his offensive output over the past few years, it seems like other teams have figured him out and have his number now. He's having to put in a lot more effort on the offensive end, but without producing nearly the same results.
Now here's George. He's currently averaging 26 points a game, a consistent threat. Holmgren with the block.
And you can't forget about Holmgren's reach, especially when he's nearby on defense.
Man, that one's good. Markkanen.
Wow, he doesn't make those kind of plays too often. Sweet move inside.
It's Bridges on the wing. George passes to Batadze. Back to George. Puts up a three. Westbrook with the rebound.
It's been that kind of quarter for him. The shot has just been unreliable.
Talking about the veteran Paul George, a star player, Smitty, wanting to compete for titles.
BA, he knows he's not getting any younger. I think it's good he poses this win-now mentality. He's clearly hungry to win a title.
Such a wide-open look.
That's what Davis can provide for you. He gave his man such a great look.
Markkanen finds Holmgren. And out of bounds, the Celtics will take it. Now that we're into the new year, how about a check on the Eastern Conference standings? You look at the Pelicans. Their efforts so far have put them 5th in the conference with plenty of time left to move up.
Checking out the Pelicans, we'll see if they can up the ante down the stretch. They still have a lot of work to do in order to rise to the top.
I agree. As good as they've been, they do seem like they're missing that true killer instinct that sets the great teams apart from the good ones.
He times his blocks almost perfectly. Holmgren stands his ground and forces the shooter to commit first.
Now here's Westbrook. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. And it's blocked by Davis. Edwards against Bridges. Pass to George. Here's Batadze. Here's Nembhard. His offense has been solid, scoring around 11.5 points a game.
And that's okay. Even though you miss, you had the right guy taking the shot.
And that one's good. Holmgren.
Yeah, it's certainly room for growth from Holmgren in the mid-range. But good to see him taking the shot rather than passing on it.
And Boston calls time here.
Looking now for some consistency. Just too many missed shots.
You know, this is a good time to maybe switch up your strategy a little bit. You can't keep doing what you're doing and expect a different result.
These are not the teams to challenge at the rim. The best in the NBA in shot blocking. The Pelicans, #1.
And what's been most impressive about this team is how intense they've been on the defensive end. It's not just one or two guys getting blocks for them. It's been a team effort, which is why they lead the league in blocks per game.
Pass to Bridges. Now Davis. 1:36 left in the first quarter of the game. And there's the lob. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt. Here's Edwards. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
And we've seen Edwards grow a lot in the past few years. He has a great understanding of how to put defenders in tough spots.
And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Pelicans.
Well, it's tough to score when you're getting stuffed on every attempt. Great job getting the hands up so far, making life difficult on shooters.
They're also managing to make lots of trouble for their opponent in transition. Right away, they're finding points on the break.
Good on both.
He's making the most of every trip to the line, providing for his team.
Pass to Nembhard. Launches it. It's good. Set up beautifully by George.
Love what Paul George is doing right there, spotting those wide open guys.
And he lobs it up to the rim. And the big finish by Holmgren.
And timing like this will serve Holmgren well, leaping at the exact right moment for the alley-oop.
Outside Davis for three. Bridges. And the Celtics another three.
I just love his approach coming into tonight. Focused and aggressive.
Edwards, the pass to Westbrook. Misses the three.
They've been just a little bit better on the glass so far, showing their tremendous work ethic.
Stolen by Jackson. 3 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. The turnaround Jay. Westbrook can't hit.
And at a certain point, you just have to look to someone else to score for you.
Pass to George. Over Markkanen. And the bucket counts. And he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a three-point play.
Offensive foul, Lauri Markkanen. That's his second personal foul. Second team foul at the line.
That's good from George.
In a league full of scores, Paul George still stands out. There's a versatility to his shooting game that just makes him exceptional.
1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one. Celtics out in front, leading by 1. And quarter number 2 will get underway just after this short break. Welcome back to our NBA coverage on this very special MLK Day. And for the Celtics here, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, they've really been racking up three-pointers in bunches. They've been so impressive to watch.
And that's their strategy. Try to overwhelm you. Try to put you in a hole you have to dig yourself out of.
Anthony Davis is out there with Goga Bitadze. Then it's Mikal Bridges. Then there's George. And it's Nembhard in at the 1 spot. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Celtics. 6 on the shot clock. Rejected by Holmgren. Here's Edwards. Laid it in with a nice touch off the windows. Edwards got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Wow, what a move from Edwards. He's fantastic at creating for himself.
Bridges passes to George. Over to the left wing. And Davis slams it home.
I'll tell you, he is so tough to keep down once he gets near that rim.
Yeah, he can get up even a few notches higher. I think when his coach looks at Andrew Nembhard, he sees lots of potential there, Grant.
Oh, yes, he does, B.A. And for a second-round pick in 2022, he's been a steal. A pure point with size at 6'5", that enables him to play at either guard spot.
Already 5 lead changes here.
Speaks to how evenly matched these teams have been thus far.
Now a timeout called by Boston. And some analysts have lamented the quote-unquote protected guys. Every bump, they go to the free throw line. Does that bother you, Smitty?
Yeah, it would have bothered me more if I had to guard them. The league has made it clear they want the rules to evenly applied. Star treatment should not extend to the officiating.
Isaac, he's checked in for Anthony Davis. Markkanen's checked in for the Pelicans. Highland comes in for Westbrook. Bridges passes to Isaac. George left side. The 3. Pelicans cleared away. Next matchup, they'll be home against the Nets. And that'll launch a 4-game homestand for them. And it's Holmgren missing.
Hard to convert against that kind of defensive pressure.
The rim protection at its finest. The result is the same whether you block the shot or simply change it.
Marshall, he's checked in from Boston.
Najee Marshall.
Here's Nembhard. Just 5 to shoot. To the inside. And stolen by Edwards. And here comes the break. Here's Highland. And another 3 for New Orleans.
Back-to-back threes. Making their defense work on the perimeter a bit.
Bridges passes to Marshall. Here's Bitadze. Here's Nembhard. Over Jackson. Oh, it's blocked by Jackson.
In just one college year, Jaren Jackson averaged 3 blocks a game. He has that potential at this level.
Here's Nembhard. He's guarded by Highland. Turnaround Jay. Nembhard. Good. Nembhard's got 5 points.
Very clever how he creates space against the bigger defender.
And that's tough to do from the mid-range because help can come from anywhere, but he beats everyone to the punch.
Nails it from 3. Edwards got 8 points here in the quarter.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Nembhard, the pass to Marshall. Here's Nembhard. He's got 5. Puts it up from 12. Stolen by Jackson. Down low. And it's blocked by Isaac.
We talk about Isaac's reach often, and they're using it to send the shot back.
Pass to Marshall. Back to Isaac. And here's Bridges. Guarded by Edwards. Here's Nembhard. Using his post moves to get the 2 points. He has 7.
Nice use of the step back to create space.
Now here's Highland. He's averaging almost 5 points a game. Here's Jackson. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now.
Sometimes with bigs, you prefer to send them to the line, but Jaren, he's a knockdown shooter from there as well.
Jaren Jackson Jr. taking 2 shots.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Boston has gone 4 of 8 from 3, a nice percentage. And the officials will call the illegal screen here. And here's a look at some numbers for Anthony Edwards.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
So difficult to stay planted, especially with all the motion around you. Annoying turnover.
And it's blocked by Isaac. Pass to Bridges. And one of the better defenders in the league, Grant, Mikal Bridges. He'll lock you down.
Oh, he will be often matched up against the opponent's best scorer, and he is just so fierce. But he also helps you generate offense, hitting threes and extending the defense to create room to operate.
Najee, he's checked in for the Pelicans, and he makes both free throws.
And every year, Bridges seems to take another leap. His work ethic and drive to improve is impressive.
Here's Highland, and that one off the back of the rim and in. Highland's got 5 points now this quarter.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Reason why it takes extra energy to do it. You have to trust your defensive rotations, but it's worth it.
Knocked loose. Clock at 6. Here's Nembhard. Now shooting 50% for the game. He's 4 for 8.
Here in the second quarter, he's looking much more comfortable with his offense.
Highland with it. He's got 5. To the middle. Bridges outside. And from the field after that one, 3 for 4 now.
Yeah, relentless worker. Bridges, so tough inside.
Edwards against Bridges. Hey, he's now 6 for 6. He is cooking right now.
Riding the hot hand, and why not? If something's working, keep going to it.
Nembhard, the pass to Bitadze. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. They put up a nice win against Sacramento last time out.
Hey, their activity on defense was terrific. It was just full effort at that end of the floor and a bunch of blocks to show for it.
This was their game plan going in. Make shooters uncomfortable by challenging every possible shot.
The shot is good by Edwards.
So reliable. They've really leaned on him at the offensive end.
Here's Nembhard. Nice work defensively by Highland.
That's their plan, to get him an opportunity to finish in tight. That's a miss they can live with.
And so it's the New Orleans Pelicans closing out the quarter with a 7-point lead. The hustle they've shown on defense has been tremendous. More NBA on 2K Sports right after this.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everyone. That was a combination of everybody and everyone. Everyone. Did you catch that?
I got it.
Yeah, Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. How about that first half, fellas? There was no stopping Anthony Edwards in the first half. He ended up with 19 points, 2 steals, and 1 assist. It is all happening for him so far tonight. An incredible first half performance. Shaq, what'd you think about what we saw from New Orleans?
The difference so far has been the efficiency of their offense. The ball movement is really good. They're not afraid to use the whole shot clock that they have. Overall, they're making every possession count.
And over to Kenny. What did you think about Boston?
Well, this is proof that the starters can't do it all by themselves. The bench has got to do more. They'll need to do more just to hold the line. They need to make a difference.
And that'll do it for our halftime report. Stay tuned for the second half, about to get underway.
And again, happy Martin Luther King Day as we return to the court here on 2K Sports. And you know, Anthony Edwards has been really making it happen, guys.
He's been so disruptive defensively in the first half. His fast hands pick plenty of pockets.
Well, if you want to get into your offense quickly before the defense can set up, creating turnovers is a great way to do it.
And thanks for staying with us, folks, for our MLK Day broadcast of NBA action. Second half underway. Here's who Willie Green's got on the floor. Lauri Markkanen out there with Chet Holmgren. Then it's Jaren Jackson. Then there's Russell Westbrook. And it's Edwards in at shooting guard. Here's Nembhard. Another score. His 5th make out of 10 tries.
They're finding ways to get the ball into the paint. 5 consecutive buckets.
Pass to Jackson. That's good. And so Westbrook with the assist. Westbrook's got 4 assists now tonight. Here's Nembhard. He's got 11. George for 3. Edwards pulls it in.
Ooh, that's a tough break. After poor communication defensively, it leaves him all by himself.
The height to see over the defense and the unselfishness. Terrific pass by Markkanen.
Bridges outside. 4-3. Knocks down the triple. Bridges has got 13 now.
You know he's pulling his weight, but they still find themselves behind.
Markkanen outside. Pass to Westbrook. Rebound Boston.
Their first miss after hitting 3 straight shots, but I like their aggressiveness coming out of the half.
And now it's time to look at the teams that have really impressed shooting from the field during the last 10 games. The Celtics, 3rd.
They've just been taking smarter, higher percentage shots, and they are hitting them with regularity right now.
Bridges hits them both. And so it's Edwards who brings up the ball for the New Orleans Pelicans. They held a 12-point lead earlier. The 3 is up. The rebound, Celtics. Batadze's got 4 rebounds now. That one drops for him. Bridges has got 7 now in this quarter.
Good, solid start to the half, hitting 3 out of 4.
Jackson outside. Pass to Holmgren. George against Markkanen. 5 on the clock. The 3 ball. It's rebounded by Batadze.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Here's Nembhard, pounded by Westbrook. 3-pointer, Bridges. And the Celtics another 3.
On fire to start the second half. 4-5 from the field.
Here's Jackson. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a 3-point play. And the Celtics making a change here. Thomas has checked in.
Jaren Jackson Jr.
Boston has gotten 6 of 11 threes to go in this game. Thomas passes to Nembhard. From deep. And it's Holmgren with a rebound. New Orleans is gone, only 1 of 3 from deep here in the 3rd. Back to Westbrook. Yep, count it. And the Pelicans lead by 7.
We all know he has the strength to absorb contact, but Westbrook also showing his focus as he knocks down the shot.
Driving inside, rejected by Holmgren. They retain possession, and that one's good. Davis. For New Orleans, they've gotten 5 of 8 shots to go in the third. Now here's Edwards, tightly guarded. That shot off. Excellent D there from Davis. Boston's gotten 2 of 4 threes to fall here in this third quarter. Nembhard, good.
They were totally in sync on that play. Targeted the pass beautifully.
New Orleans has gotten 5 of their 9 attempts from deep to go. Ooh, it's stolen. And he lobs it up. And the lob disrupted. Not to be. Westbrook outside. Oh, deflected. Thomas passes to Nembhard. Back to Thomas. There's another block.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Protecting the rim well. Love the hustle.
And great awareness. Holmgren's so good at reading the movement of his teammates. A very heady passer for a big man.
And Boston calls time here.
It may be a players' league, but the coaches obviously play a big part as well.
Yeah, if that weren't the case, you wouldn't see so many coaching changes in the offseason.
Covington's checked in for Batase. And the Pelicans also making a change. Reddish is checked in for Edwards. It's George on the wing. And there's the drive. Lays it in without an inch of room around him. George has got 8.
Slippery play by Paul George to get inside. He ends up right where he wanted to be for the shot.
Now Markkanen, checking the numbers, he's averaging close to 15 a game. Well, when you think of potential 50, 40, 90 guys, Lauri Markkanen has the chop for it, Smitty.
It's so great to see him come into his own, BA. Took him a while to adjust to the league, but now the league's having to adjust to him. With his size, athleticism, and skill set, Markkanen can play at the 3, 4, or 5. He creates matchup problems for the defense.
Thomas passes to Davis. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
Personal foul.
And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for New Orleans.
It's easy for me. Look at their defensive effort all game. The block total shows their commitment to contesting shots.
And you also have to respect the pride they take in playing defense. They've been able to get some takeaways because of their activity level.
Benton, he's checked in for Nembhard to the paint. And the layup is good off the glass. And the Pelicans lead by 5.
Nice job. Those passes have to be right on the money around the painted area.
Pass to Benton. Takes a 3. Fires in the triple. Benton's got himself on the board with a 3 there.
To stretch out the defense, you just need enough guys on the floor who can make that shot.
Here's Wesley, covered by Covington. The shot by Wesley, no good. Boston's gone 3 of 5 from downtown here in the second half. And finished off by Davis.
You won't find a much better alley-oop partner. AD flying to the rim.
Markkanen against George. Markkanen outside. There's Markkanen. 2 points. That one goes. Markkanen's got 4 points in the quarter. And the game's still closely contested as we end the third quarter. The Pelicans on top, up 2. And we're coming right back after this break to get the fourth quarter started.
It's the fourth quarter time.
And proud to have you with us on Martin Luther King Day for a special presentation of the NBA. Boston trailing. They've got Goga Batase, Delano Banton out there with Mikal Bridges. Then there's Davis, and it's George in at the 3. That's who's in the game for the Celtics. There's the block. They recover it. Batase. They shoot again. Davis misses.
After clawing their way back in, that was a chance to even things up.
Ever so close. Needed that one to go down.
Yeah, their defense is starting to wear down. That's 3 straight buckets at the rim.
Bridges passes to Banton. The baseline J. Got it.
Delano Banton.
New Orleans has gotten 5 of their 9 attempts from deep to go. Pass to Najee. And here's Markkanen. Here's Najee. Shot clock at 6. Back to Markkanen. New Orleans needs to hurry. Late clock. Wesley, that's good. The Celtics have gotten only 1 of 5 to fall here in the 4th. Inside, here's Bridges, and he converts the layup. Bridges has got 12 points here in the second half.
You got to enjoy watching Bridges take over. Games like this prove how lethal he can be.
To the inside. The putback. The rebound by Bridges.
Trying to finish out the game strong. You have to recognize who has the hot hand and get him the ball.
Here's Banton. He hits the back iron and sinks it. And that makes it a tie ball game.
Superb move right there. The spin shakes off any attempt at defense.
Down low. Oh, the teardrop falls in.
Even with his inexperience, you can run the offense through Markkanen because he has a good feel for the game.
Just under 2.5 minutes gone by now in the final quarter. Bridges outside. Yes, and it's George picking up the assist. Bridges has got 5 points in the quarter.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
This was obviously a focal point coming out of the break. Looks smart when the shots are going down.
New Orleans calls timeout. You know, over his career, Paul George has racked up more than his fair share of accolades.
Well, he's a fixture at All-Star Weekend, that's for sure. Now, he's made the All-Defensive team more than a few times. He's had an outstanding career.
Nembhard, he's checked in for Boston. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Hey, guys. Well, Willie Green had some advice for the team over that last break. He was very encouraging with his guys, saying to them, we are still in this one. Don't give up right now. Get out there and let's grab this lead from them. Guys, let's see if the intensity picks up here.
Great work, Allie. Thanks. Here's George. And the jam by George.
So comfortable in pick and roll. Paul George is a top-level ball handler who consistently makes the right play.
Now here's Westbrook. Not a lot of room. There's Jackson with the 3. Again gets it to go. He can't miss. 5 for 5. Coming down the stretch. It's still anyone's game.
Incredible effort and energy on both sides. These guys must be gassed.
Jackson against Davis. Pass to Bridges. To the paint. Here's Nembhard. He hits again. 7 for 13 and looking confident.
Yeah, making the smart pass there. I mean, Bridges doesn't just hold the ball.
And the Pelicans call time here.
It may be a players' league, but the coaches obviously play a big part as well.
Yeah, if that weren't the case, you wouldn't see so many coaching changes in the offseason.
And now we present our new balanced player of the game, Anthony Edwards.
And it's easy to see why they keep getting it to him. He keeps getting after it on the offensive end and putting in that work. He's been getting good looks and shooting the ball efficiently all night.
Holmgren, he's checked in for Jackson. And Westbrook gets it to go on the assist by Markkanen. Markkanen's got 4 assists now tonight. Here's Nembhard, pounded by Westbrook. Kicks it to George. Oh, there's the alley! And stolen by Holmgren. Markkanen against George. Pass to Holmgren. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for two. It's going to be on Anthony Davis.
I like whenever Holmgren uses his length to his advantage. Great at forcing the D to foul him inside.
Ben, he's checked in for Boston. Both free throws good from Holmgren.
Tight ball game. Who do you want at the charity stripe? This guy.
And Boston calls time here. Boy, you got to like what we're seeing from Anthony Edwards.
Good decision to regather. Talk it over. Your main concern now is how to slow this guy down on the offensive end.
The Celtics have gotten 6 of 10 attempts to drop in the fourth quarter. Here's Nembhard. On target from range.
And this is just typical of him. Always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
It's the fourth quarter and it's a close game. You want to get the ball to someone you can rely on.
Here's Westbrook from 13 feet. Down it goes. And the Pelicans lead by 3.
Delivering when it matters the most. These are the moments Russ lives for. He wants to be the guy taking the big shots.
Great positioning on the putback.
They needed that bucket. The aggression of AD when he senses a big moment, not something you can teach.
And Edwards puts up a deep 3. Boston with a rebound. Batadze's got 8 rebounds in the game. And out of bounds, the Pelicans will take it.
Oh my goodness, he's kicking himself. You know, that's a critical time to commit a turnover. No telling how the error will ultimately play out.
Jackson, he's checked in for New Orleans. Wesley comes in for Edwards. Markkanen outside. A minute 6 left in the fourth. That one is off. Ooh, nice D from George. And here's Davis. He'll bring it up for Boston. They trail by 1. Jackson against George. Shoots over Jackson. Yes!
There is absolutely no fear in his eyes. He loves the moment.
Incredible shot with everything on the line coming through for his team.
Markkanen is a confident free throw shooter, but can he shoulder the pressure of the moment?
Ooh, knocks down the clutch free throw. And he's good on the second free throw, giving him the lead. And so he's good on all 3 free throws. And that'll put him up 2.
Oh boy, with the score where it is, they needed every one of those free throws.
George, count it! A huge shot to tie it up!
No moment is ever too big for Paul George. He remains confident in the clutch.
New Orleans calls timeout.
For some t-shirts. Make some noise, fans.
And it's the Pelicans with the ball to the middle. Here's Markkanen. Count it!
Not only can you count on Markkanen to give you points, he can do it when it matters most.
Timeout called. The Celtics. They're down by 2. 23 seconds left in the final quarter. Boston with the ball. Here's George. Money.
Aggressive move by Paul George in the paint. He wanted that one bad.
And here's Markkanen. There's the triple. Oh, bangs home the 3.
Rock solid screen right there. The defender got completely lost.
Hey, if you're not going to fight over, you're essentially giving the shooter the look he wants.
And so the big win by New Orleans in a tight game. With the late victory, they upset plenty of these hometown fans.
They really should take this win to heart. When the pressure was on, they stepped up and worked twice as hard to overcome.
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. And that's going to do it tonight, folks.